So how do you get the confidence to come out and be true to yourself, whatever your age, whatever stage you're in? How do you deal with people who may not react the way you want them to react? Keep watching as I show you how to have the courage to be yourself, to be true to yourself, and to know that whatever your orientation, you are absolutely enough. So struggling with your sexuality can be hard at any time, and it is so important to be true to yourself. And I've worked with many people in my many years as a therapist who find it very hard to come out to their family because of the fear of being judged. After all, our greatest fear in life is the fear of being rejected, but we only have that fear of rejection because hundreds of years ago, our survival was guaranteed by numbers. If we lived in a big tribe, if we lived in a fort, if we lived in a walled city, we were safe in numbers. If we lived there alone, we couldn't really survive. And so humans have an innate fear of rejection. They have an innate need to find connection and avoid rejection. And when you're ready to come out, here's the fear. What if I get rejected? What if I disappoint my parents? What if people don't accept me? And that can be hard at any stage, but you have to be true to yourself. And what I found helped a lot of my clients as they came out was to understand the truth. Nobody can reject you without your consent. If you don't give someone your consent and your permission to reject you, they can't reject. They can say things like, oh, I'm so disappointed. I'll never have grandchildren. Now you may have grandparents who just don't understand and say some odd, interesting, hurtful things. However, nobody can hurt you and reject you unless you allow them to. It's so important, in fact, it's crucial that you have your own story. Do not make your parents' story your story. They may have an image of you living in a house with a white picket fence, marrying someone of the opposite sex and having children and it all being perfect. That's their story. It's not your story. Your parents had their life and this is your life, and you were not born to please your parents. You were not born to give your parents grandchildren to carry on the family name, to carry on the family business. You were born just to be yourself, and you must be true to yourself. So you can understand their story, but when you understand, look, I have my story is my story, your story is yours to edit, to change, to rewrite. And when you get to that level of understanding, this is your life. Your parents had their life. This is your life to live on your terms in a way that makes you happy. And you can be with whoever you want to be. You can identify however you want to identify. You have to free yourself from being constrained by someone else's expectations. Because here's the truth, the most important words you will ever hear are the words you say to yourself. The most important opinion is not that of your mother, father, grandparents, teacher, boss. It's your opinion. When you can take just a little time to tell yourself the right words, I love who I am, I love my gender, I love my sexual identity, I love being non-binary, I love being gay, I love being whatever it is you're being, and understand that when you label someone, you limit them. You don't even need a label. You never have to explain who you are. Just be yourself. Tell yourself the words you've always wanted. Don't wait for your mother or father to accept you. I love you unconditionally. I'm thrilled that you're queer. Don't wait for that. Say it yourself. Say it and say it and say it over and over again until it sinks in like lotion on dry skin. So remember, your words and your opinion are the thing that matters the most. Will you get people who disapprove of you? Probably, and that's unfortunate. But you know, in life, there are people who don't approve of what we're doing. But you have to make a decision that you approve of yourself. You love your life. You love your choices. You love who you are. And when you can love who you are and praise yourself a lot, your level of self-esteem will rocket up. The thing that massively raises self-esteem is praise. And self-praise, amazingly, has a more profound effect on yourself as in getting the praise from your parents or boss or friends or relatives. So praise yourself. Keep saying, I'm proud. It's Pride Month, and it is so important to be really proud of who you are, what you are, where you are. Be proud. Own it. Be proud of it. Be proud that you're here. You're living in a country where you can express yourself freely. I go to Sitges almost every year, and I love Pride there. You know why I love it? Because it's so inclusive. Grandmothers, shopkeepers, everyone is involved in Pride. It isn't anymore a gay event, it's the whole community event. I love Pride in Sitges because everyone seems to be involved. Grannies are pushing prams, waving flags, and it's so inclusive. And it's becoming more inclusive. It should be quicker. It's taking time. It's too slow in some areas. But the quicker you are proud of yourself, proud of who you are, proud of where you are, proud of what you are, own it, be proud, because in doing it, you help other people own it and be proud to never feel shame or blame or guilt for who you are at any level. Be proud, be excited, be thrilled that you're one of the people that's making it more and more inclusive for everyone to be who they are with no shame, no blame, no fear of being judged, no fear of being rejected. Be proud. We're living in exciting times where everyone is becoming more and more included, certainly in some countries, not in others. But the more we get involved in saying it loud and proud, the better it is. And if people reject you, remember that's not about you. There are people who will reject you. And on any level, in any business, there are people who reject you. There are trolls, there are bullies, there are critics. There's never been a statue erected to a critic. And you have to become bulletproof to rejection. How do you do that? Well, again, it goes back to accept yourself, believe in yourself, be proud of yourself, so that you're kind of bulletproof to rejection and it goes right over your head. You just do not let it in. I can't tell you how much that's helped me because, of course, when you're a figure making YouTube videos, some people, not many people, can't wait to come on and say, I hate you, I hate your voice, I hate what you have to say, I hate the way you dress. But I don't have to let that in. And really surround yourself with supportive people. Find a network of people. If your family can't and won't support you, find people that can. Your family is no longer the people you were born to. Find friends, join groups, find support. And lastly, tell people how you want to be addressed. Say, these are the pronouns I like. You may find your grandmother gets very confused, but you have to keep saying, this is how I wish to be addressed, until people get it and it sinks in. And please don't feel bad if you have to remind them over and over again. Eventually, they will get it. Be proud, get support, tell people how you wish to be addressed and stick to that. Even if they don't agree, just say, this is what I answer to, and I only answer to that. And if you insist on calling me this old pronoun, I'm going to ignore it. So if you are interested in learning more about RTT and how you can help others, download my free prospectus and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I can't wait to see you there. Check out my next video here. Play the only part we've ever known, and then you make that part your own. Where you go, you know what? I think it's time for a new part. I was told I could never, ever have children. My whole RTT training was based on being told I couldn't have a baby.